Good morning. It is really afternoon here. I have been having a sleep in. I had a rough night and a rough week at work. Made myself a cup of coffee. I had a rough week in school because I've changed classes and I'm working with 3-year-olds at the moment. And I'm not used to that tempo because for most of my life I've been working with older children, so I'm really tired getting used to the rhythm of things in my new class. I'm at the same job, but it's a new class, and so I didn't really get to do anything at home yesterday when I came back. Yesterday was Friday and it is Fredags mys. I'll have a link to the video of Swedish traditions in Sweden. I will have a notification up here. Actually, you can click on that and have a look at the video. I talk about some of the Swedish traditions that I love, and one of them is this Friday's cozy time, Fredags mys, where everybody in the family, after dinner, you get onto the sofa and then you just enjoy each other's company and enjoy a movie together and have some snacks. But when I woke up this morning, this is what I woke up to because I didn't do anything the night before. I'm gonna flip the camera around and you are going to be able to see my house. You can see a little bit at the back there what a mess it is. This is my hall. As you can see, we haven't even closed the doors. My husband and eldest son ran out just now for swimming. I've got some stuff on the floor here. It's not too bad, I must say. Sometimes it can be worse during on a Friday because everyone's tired and they just dump their things. I did go for a walk. As you can see, I haven't put my things away either. My children have hooks here. I talk about trying to get my children to become independent as much as possible. He has hung his bag up, but I just need to tidy up this cupboard as well. It's a real mess. The hallway looks pretty decent. This is my setup for the autumn winter months. I will have a link up here in the notes for the video as well, how I style that for very little money or no money at all. So that's what that part of the house looks like. The stairs is pretty decent. It's nothing there. My sitting room is very bare at the moment. I was planning to do a video of how I was going to decorate my sitting room for the autumn winter months. I haven't had a chance to get to that yet, so that's why I've got some cushions and a throw over there, but that's pretty decent. And then I've got my dining table, which has got a few miscellaneous things on it. I had a pot here that I was doing for a video. And as you can see here, I have started air drying my clothes. And that's one of the tips I have for you. If you are trying to cut corners this winter, save money for your electricity bills. I know I am, because it's going to be exorbitant this year. We just read yesterday that the interest prices on our houses are going to go up as well. This is my kitchen. It is a complete and utter mess. I am going to start tidying it up, and I thought I would just take you along with me because I don't know, I thought somebody might be interested to see how we live here in Sweden, well, at least how I live here in Sweden. I'm gonna make some coffee. I don't brew my coffee. I cannot be bothered. I'm the only one who drinks coffee in this house. Pour it in like so. Have a look at the cup. Ooh, that looks like a lot of coffee. Put some back in if I need to, and then I just put some. And I am drinking my coffee black. I like to have black coffee here because it is going to it's going to help me because I like to do intermittent fasting. I've been quite bad at it actually recently. So I'm just going to have my cup of coffee with me, and I'm just going to sit here and relax, take it easy, and I am going to get started on my cleaning today. So I like to start with the room that is probably the easiest and fastest to clean up. And this morning it happened to be the hall. I just needed to put a few shoes away and tidy up the cupboard, make sure that everything was neat and tidy again, and that my son's clothes and bag was hung inside so I could actually close the doors. My husband and I usually change out our coats seasonally, and we are due for a change end of October, and once we're done with that, then it usually is quite nice with one side designated to my husband's jackets and one to mine. But right now everything is just a mismatch and I'm not really looking where I'm putting everything. I'm just tidying everything up as I go along, just getting things back to where they're supposed to be. My husband fought me, well, I fought my husband for the longest time on having hooks outside here on the wall. I refused. But I must say that it's convenient to have during the week, so we don't need to put our coats in all the time into the cupboard. But as you can see, I put my husband's scarves away there, and there's a miscellaneous drawer for any extra bits. So as you can see, I use my console for holding our scarves, and I have also our hats and gloves in there because my haul is quite small, and my husband and I do have a lot of gloves and hats and scarves, and including our boys. We also have an extra shoe rack, as you saw, in the cupboard under the stairs, because we've all got a lot of shoes. So that part was done, and I moved on now to the dining room table, just putting things away where they should be. I usually am pretty organized and quite tidy, but I have, this year was one of my New Year's resolutions that I was going to try and spend more quality time with my family and less time stressing over the house. So I'm trying to do that. I don't know how successful I am at it. But that is a bag I like to usually keep at the end of the stairs so that I can take things that are to be taken upstairs, put them in there. As you can see, these beautiful little angels, my mother is very talented, and she handmade these angels out of doilies for my Christmas tree. And that would be tip number 2 of my saving tips for you during this entire video, is to try and DIY your Christmas decorations this year. And if you plan on having some new, you're just keen to have any new decorations, don't go out. Just make some of your own decorations and use them. I am pretty lucky. My mother is very talented, and she has made some beautiful things for me for my Christmas tree. So I will share that with you in a later video. But try and enlist somebody who's clever and able to help you to make some DIY decorations for your Christmas tree this year, and saving you lots and lots of money. I'm almost done with the dining table. I had a couple of things to pick up, and my children have been drawing here, so it's a couple of crayons on the floor. But as you can see, all that has been picked up, and the dining table is looking pretty good right now. I've got a few crumbs I need to brush off, but I get to that a little later. Moving on now to my sitting room. Was really not much to do. I'm not going to get to my video today. So I'm just going to put the cushions I'm going to be using to the side for now, and get this room also ready for the evening. Now most of the areas in the rest of the house are clean, but the kitchen, I'm going to tackle it right now. That's where most of the mess was. So let's get started. So as you can see, I'm cleaning off this tray. I tried to make some toffee popcorn at home. That is another one of my money saving hacks. Try and recreate all the snacks and food that you love eating outside at home, because it's going to cost you a fraction of the price you would pay outdoors. Another one is this that I'm doing now. We recycle our cans here in Sweden, and we get a krona for each can that we recycle. And I like to collect my cans over the year or every 6 months. That was some toffee popcorn that was left over from our test run, if you will. It was pretty good, but it was a bit hard. So I think I'm going to have to find another recipe that's going to work better for us. So getting back to the recycling of our cans, in Sweden we have these big machines, and you can just go and throw in your cans and you get a krona for each can. So I usually like to save my cans and go every 6 months, so that I have a substantial amount of money at the end of my recycling session. So sometimes I could have about 300 krona, which is about 30 pounds, $30 maybe, roughly, give or take. And I put that money towards some of the groceries that I will be buying that week, or maybe I'd save it and give it to my kids to go and buy a toy at the end of the year. If it's around December time, that's what we do. But it also is a great money-saving hack. I'm not sure everybody does that or has the possibility of doing that throughout the year, or in their countries, but we do have that possibility here. In fact, I had a neighbor whose daughter was trying to collect money for her cheerleading squad, and she did ask all of us neighbors to drop a bag of recycling for her, so she could go and recycle them with her friends and make some money for them to buy their cheerleading costumes and things like that. So it's really, really a good way for children to learn to save, and even for us. I mean, you do it all the time. Not everybody recycles their cans, they cannot be bothered, but for the majority of us here in Sweden, we do recycle our cans. So as you can see, I'm just cleaning off some of the dishes that are in the sink, and now I've moved on to my cast iron pan there. My husband came by and he's going to make himself a cup of tea. I don't usually use any soap, on my cast iron pan. I wash it with a scouring sponge and very, very hot water, and then I put it on the stove to take out all the water, to dry out all the water, and then put some oil on it, and then I put it away. I love my cast iron pans. They're heavy, but they really have lasted a long time. I'm giving my chopping board also a wipe down. My husband usually oils it for me, so that's really, really good. And then I moved on to the breakfast nook and just putting a few things away here. Trying to tidy up. I usually have a very organized and tidy kitchen. I have let it slip a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to get back on track, I'm sure. I've just been out of sorts lately, so I am sure I will get around to organizing everything again. It doesn't take me very long. This is another saving hack. I usually make my own all-purpose cleaner with water and dish soap and some nice essential oils. I spray that on the table and I let it do its job until I put a few things away. I like to save my money and spend it where it is necessary. So I'm going to tell you what I have been saving for in a bit. But making my husband some sandwiches. As you can see, the bread is on a small wooden board. That's what we use in Sweden when we serve sandwiches. It's really convenient, means I don't have to be washing a plate, just dust off the board at the end of the day and you're good to go. So I'm making my husband some cheese and ham sandwiches for lunch with some spicy mustard. He's really, really good at this. He doesn't demand a very big meal. He's happy with just some sandwiches, and he is really, really good that way. And as you can see, it's done and I've given it to him. He's upstairs with the boys. My all-purpose cleaner has had its time to do its thing. Everything that was stuck to the table has now got loose, and I'm just giving it a good wipe down. I was talking to you about how I saved some money. I have put aside some money in the budget to have somebody come in and clean our house once a month for a few hours. For me, it's fully worth saving my money where I can and calling on somebody to come and clean up the house, especially because it helps me spend more time with my kids. I was finding that the cleaning of the house and me being so fussy about it was taking away so much time that I could be spending with my children. So I've added it into the budget, included it into the budget, and she is coming next week, so I don't really need to do a very deep clean of the house at the moment. I'm filling up the dishwasher now, just putting a few things away. I do run the dishwasher and washing machines during the day now. I used to do it while we were asleep, but I was on a fire course for my work, and the fireman there recommended that we did not do that anymore in case there was a short circuit or something caught on fire. You don't want to be sleeping upstairs while the machine is malfunctioning on you downstairs. So I got really quite scared with the thought of just being up there while the machines are set on fire downstairs. So I've just started using them during the day. As you can see, I'm cleaning up with a lot of microfiber cloth. I find using a microfiber cloth lets me save quite a bit of money, so I'm not changing up sponges all the time. I know you can put the sponge into the dishwasher or washing or microwave and reuse them, but at some point you're going to have to change them a lot more often than you would do your microfiber cloths. So I love my microfiber cloths. I use them a lot to clean the entire house. Then I just put them in the washing machine on a 60 or even higher wash and reuse them again. I've got all the grey ones in my kitchen because I am a little OCD like that, and it works just great. So this is another saving tip for you. Use microfiber cloths when you're cleaning in your kitchen. Over here, I'm just folding some clothes, putting these clothes away. Another tip I have for you for saving money with clothes, especially with children's clothes, get together with some friends who have children the same age, like I do, and swap clothes. We swap a lot of clothes all the time. We are quite lucky. My husband's cousin gives us a lot of his son's clothes. I will do that in a later video. So that would be also another very good way of saving money. So now, as you can see, I have actually finished everything. My husband and son's shoes are there because they came after I had cleaned up. At least it's neat and tidy there. I have to put the Hoover away, but there was really not much to do in the hall and my sitting room. I don't think I'm going to get to the video today, so I'm put the cushions away for now. Hopefully I'll get to it tomorrow. It should be up before this one goes up, so I will have a link to the video in the description or up in the notes here during this video. The dining table is clean, nothing there. The kitchen is clean. I have a couple of miscellaneous things there. I had a pear that I plan to use for dinner today. I've got some blue cheese in the fridge. My husband loves to eat that. Some pots and pans that I've washed and they are air drying out there. And then on the side, I've got my coffee mug that I'm drinking and my all-purpose cleaner. But you can see the breakfast nook and everything is clean. It took me about an hour and a half to clean all this, and I am really happy with the results. And now, since I'm done, I'm just going to take it easy, have a shower, get ready. We are having our friend Emil over, like I said, but he's a really close friend, so it's almost like family over. So we're going to have some spare ribs. He's going to bring some coleslaw and some salad, and we're just going to enjoy each other's company. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for joining me and have a good week.